Well, hello Dragons, and welcome to this instructional video for Lesson 1, Part 4, Where Our Laws Come From. The main idea behind this civics lesson is our laws grow out of common values and beliefs through rules written by legislatures and decisions made by judges. With that in mind, by the end of watching this video, you will be able to explain how laws made by legislatures differ from guidelines established by judges' decisions, explore the history and importance of legal codes, analyze our Constitution and state constitutions as sets of laws, describe how laws are carried out by government agencies, and explain why laws are sometimes changed. Now that the outcomes for this lesson have been shared with you, let's get started. Where do our laws come from? Basically, they grow out of common values and beliefs in two ways: through rules written by legislatures and through decisions made by judges. Both of these sources of law have a long history, and both have played an important role in the development of American law. When a certain need or problem arises, people often say that there ought to be a law to deal with it. If littering is a problem, your town or city council may pass a law setting a $500 fine for littering. Are too many people being injured in motorcycle accidents? Your state legislature may pass a law that riders must wear helmets. When the price of food goes up, Congress may pass a law increasing Social Security payments to the elderly. All of these are statutes, written laws made by legislatures. Usually the term statute refers to laws made by Congress or by state legislatures. Laws made by city or town councils are typically called ordinances. In making laws, elected officials are guided by the morals, values, beliefs, and customs shared by most of the people served by the government. Laws passed by Congress reflect basic values shared by most Americans. Whenever you see the words federal law or federal statute, you know that everyone in the nation has to obey the law. Laws passed by a state or local government, however, only apply within that state or local community. Since customs and beliefs of one state or community may differ somewhat from those in another, their laws may differ too. For instance, one state may allow lotteries, while another does not. The relationship between laws and common beliefs has always been a close one. For example, in ancient Rome, where many people believed in witchcraft, statutes made it illegal for anyone to cast spells that would do harm. Laws against witchcraft were even found in the American colonies. Today we have no such laws because most people do not believe in witchcraft. When people talk about laws, they are usually referring to statutes and ordinances. However, obeying the law also means obeying decisions made by judges. Unlike legislatures, judges do not write laws. Instead, they wait for cases to come to them, and they decide each case based on laws that already exist. Those laws may be statutes and ordinances, or they may be earlier decisions made by judges in similar cases. American judges have inherited from England a strong tradition of being guided by earlier court decisions. Hundreds of years before the colonists came to America, a system of laws had developed in England. Some of these laws were statutes made by Parliament, the English legislature. However, the English people also relied greatly on common law, a body of law based on judges' decisions. Here is how common law worked. In making a decision on a case, an English judge would always consider general community customs and beliefs about what was fair. However, a judge would also need specific guidelines to follow in deciding each case. To find those guidelines, he looked at written records of how other judges had decided similar cases. If those decisions reflected the current beliefs of the community, the judge would follow them as a precedent or a guide. Suppose, however, that community beliefs changed, or perhaps a case came up that had no precedent. A judge would then make a new decision that reflected current beliefs and customs. The new ruling would be a precedent for future cases that were similar. When the tradition of common law came to the United States, judges still followed many of the decisions of English judges. Conditions and customs were not always the same in the United States as in England, however, and some decisions of American judges reflected unique aspects of life in the United States. Under English common law, for example, it was illegal for a landowner to interfere with the natural flow of a stream. This law made sense in England. In the 1800s, Americans started using water power to run factories. American judges in some states, therefore, changed the common law ruling so that landowners could interfere with the flow of a stream by building dams to power factories. As you might imagine, thousands of laws have been made over the years. To help keep track of laws, lawmakers have organized many of them into legal codes. A legal code is a written collection of laws, often organized by subject. Traffic laws, for instance, are collected in your state's motor vehicle code, while laws relating to schools will be found in the state education code. Codes provide a way to organize laws so that they are up to date and easy for people to find. Legal codes have a long history. One of the earliest codes was made about 4,000 years ago when the Babylonian king Hammurabi collected the laws of his people. The Code of Hammurabi was carved on stone tablets. It contained almost 300 laws. Some of these ideas we share today, such as family laws and criminal laws. Another ancient legal code was the Justinian Code, created under the orders of the Roman Emperor Justinian. This collection of Roman laws influenced the development of laws in Europe and the United States. Legal codes played a key role in the growth of American government. When the colonies were being formed, there was a need for order. Codes, such as the Laws and Liberties of Massachusetts, provided lists of laws that everyone could know and follow. Our United States Constitution and the Constitution of the States are also collections of laws. We do not usually think of constitutions as laws in the sense of rules or regulations, yet they include the basic rules by which our governments are run. Constitutions tell how laws may be made and what the government can and cannot do. They also list the rights of citizens. As you know, state laws must follow the state constitution. Local, state, and federal laws must all follow the United States Constitution. When Congress and the state legislatures make statutes, those laws usually set very general requirements. Government agencies then spell out how those requirements are to be met. Suppose that Congress passes a law requiring school cafeterias to provide healthy lunches. Officials at the Department of Agriculture set regulations about what could be in those lunches. If cafeteria workers do not follow these rules, they are breaking the law. Agency regulations are reviewed by the legislature that made the laws. Any regulation that do not carry out the laws are changed. In our country, citizens have the final say on all laws. Through elected representatives, we can add, change, or remove any law. Changes might be as major as amending the Constitution, or as minor as doing away with a local ordinance. As you have already seen, sometimes laws become out of date as beliefs, values, or customs change. People may also change their ideas about what is fair or reasonable. If the majority of the people disagree with laws, the government will usually change them. One example, of course, was the change in the laws about voting rights for women. In short, the laws that last are those that are seen as fair, reasonable, and understandable by the majority of the people. So that's the way it is with Lesson 1, Part 4, Where Our Laws Come From. At this point, you should know that legislatures at all levels of government make many of our laws. Common law develops from judges' decisions and precedents. Legal codes are collections of law, and each state has its own legal code. Once laws are passed, government agencies must write rules to comply with them, and laws can change as the beliefs and values of society changes. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to have the entire catalog of civics videos available at your fingertips. Click the subscribe button, and then click the follow bell to receive notifications as to when the channel is updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in class, Dragons. See ya!